now on 12 News at noon, we're focused on weather, tracking storms ahead in the afternoon. Our Storm Team 12 News gives us updates on how you can stay safe, and it's election for Hinds County voters as they decide which candidates are the best fit for 2 district judge positions. Time is also winding down as the White House and Congress are pushing to avoid a potential rail shutdown before the holidays. More on what's being done. Thanks for watching 12 News at noon. I'm Tao Tao. Let's have a check of our first forecast with Jake Dalton. Jake, you mentioned some intense storms later on this afternoon. Talk to us about what we should be aware of.
Right. This is going to be a day where we have to be weather aware. In fact, starting now, we have storms already starting to develop to our south and west, and then on the other side of the Mississippi River into Louisiana. So far, we're looking pretty good in central and southwest Mississippi, but there's our first tornado warning of the day down in Louisiana, southwest of Ville Platte, south of Alexandria. Closer in, though, again, nothing going on right now. And again, we are expecting things to stay relatively calm for maybe the next hour or two. And then once we move past 2 p.m., that's when our risk will start to go up. Severe thunderstorm, at least potential here with a couple of these storm cells, but so far no warnings or watches in our area. A tornado watch is coming for central and southwest Mississippi here. Over the next hour, we'll likely see this issued, and it will cover all of central and most of southwest Mississippi. And it's a PDS watch, which means this is a particularly dangerous situation, meaning this could be an event where we see strong, long track tornadoes. So we have to stay weather aware from now on through the evening. We'll have a full update here coming up on what you can expect in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Jake. Now we are tracking for potential storms ahead for this afternoon, as Jake mentioned. And Brianna Medina joins us in Rankin County live to tell us when and where to prepare. Hey, Brianna.
Hi, yes, thank you, Tao. I'm here in Rankin County Tornado Safe Room, and well, right now nothing's really going on. We just have overcast skies and breezy conditions, but as Jake said, that's not going to last. As we head into later on this evening, things are going to start picking up, and it's important to talk to your family and your loved ones about what the plan is. So there's still time to talk to them about looking up where is the nearest tornado safe room or shelters to go to in case of a warning or watch when it's issued, or to know where your safe spot is, whether you're at work, school, or even at home. So make sure you talk to them and find out what is the best plan to do in case of these situations. Now, not everyone may experience severe weather today, or even rain for that matter, but it's still important to have a plan just in case. But as always, we'll continue to monitor the storms as we continue throughout the day. Reporting in Brandon, 12 News, I'm Brianna Medina.
Thank you so much, Brianna. And as always, you can find more updates on our website as well as our Storm Team 12 app. Now, some school districts will dismiss classes early for today because of severe weather. And the following school districts closing are on your screen right there: Vicksburg, Warren, Rankin County, Pearl, Mississippi Achievement, Hinds, Canton, Adiumbo, Copiah County, Madison County, Natchez, Adams County Christian, and Vicksburg Catholic. Check out our website once again, wjtv.com, for specific detailed information on all of those closures. And of course, be sure to stay up to date with Storm Team 12 News here for updates. Remember, we're focused on you. Now, severe weather is expected to hit this afternoon, as we've mentioned, all morning long and into Wednesday. Mississippi's Emergency Management Authority wants to make sure that you are prepared ahead of the storm. Take before pictures of vulnerable property ahead any storms. Have a disaster go kit with at least 72 hours of food and water. And don't be surprised if you temporarily lose power. Also know your safe spots. Go through your plan as soon as possible with your family. Don't forget about your pets. Have multiple ways to receive those weather alerts, as well as we've been mentioning, as Jake has been mentioning all morning long. So keep the volume up as well on those alarms. Make sure all your devices are fully charged. Remember, you can keep up with weather alerts, closures, and more on our WJTV mobile news and weather apps. All right, it's the runoff election day for 2 Hinds County District Judge positions, and people are heading back out to the polls to vote for Chancery Court Judge Districts 7 and 5. Citizens share that runoff voting for district judges is just as important as other major elections, with crime as an issue in the metro area. Now, voters say having the proper person holding the gavel can help fix many of the problems.
Well, because you want things to change right here where you at, in your own city. So that's the only way it's going to change, if you vote in your city. Not just voting the big vote, but in your city. Otherwise, we're still going to deal with the same things.
Today's election results will determine the Hinds County Chancery Court judge-elect for District 7 Sub 2 and District 5 Sub 3. And Jackson police are investigating after a man and teenager were shot and killed last night around 9 near Clinton Boulevard and Magnolia Road. Deputy Chief Derek Kern confirms an officer responded to a call about an accident at the location. The officer discovered 2 individuals inside the vehicle after arriving on scene. And according to Deputy Chief Derek Kern, shots had been fired into the vehicle. The victims were identified as 19 and 16 years old. Their names, though, have not been identified yet at this time. Police have not released any information about the suspect or a motive, but we'll keep you up to date with that story. And we do have an update from the Copiah County coroner on a 17-year-old that was shot and killed overnight in Crystal Springs. The coroner confirms the shooting happened at a convenience store that just opened on Highway 51. The 17-year-old was working inside the store around 11:30 at night when someone came inside and robbed him. We're told numerous shots were fired in the store, and the 17-year-old was hit one time in the upper chest and died on the scene. Authorities tell us the teenager's body was taken to the state crime lab for an autopsy. Now, an update on an Alabama Gulf Coast military veteran who faked his death to avoid sex crime charges in Mississippi. The Sun-Herald reports Jacob Blair Scott has been sentenced to 21 months in federal prison on 3 federal charges. Scott tried to avoid prosecution in Jackson County for sexually assaulting and impregnating a 14-year-old girl. He was convicted in June, and is currently serving 85 years. In the federal case, Scott pleaded guilty in August to charges of sending a false distress call, illegally shipping a weapon across state lines, and giving false information. That's according to court records. Now, Vicksburg police are investigating after a person was stabbed to death at the Motel 6 on I-20 Frontage Road. This happened around 8:30 this morning. Police tell us officers arrived on the scene and found an unknown victim dead in one of the rooms. Investigators say a possible suspect was detained and is being questioned. No other additional information is being released yet at this time. A potential railroad strike set for early December could have a Grinch-like impact on the holiday season. Natalie Brand is in Washington, D.C. with what actions the White House and lawmakers are taking to possibly prevent that from happening.
President Biden is calling on Congress to act in order to prevent what he describes as a potentially crippling national rail shutdown.
Congress, I think, has to act to prevent it. It's not an easy call, but I think we have to do it. The economy is at risk.
The White House had helped negotiate a contract between rail companies and workers in September, but 4 of the 12 railroad unions have since voted it down. In a statement Monday night, the president said he wants Congress to pass legislation immediately to adopt the tentative agreement between railroad workers and operators without modifications or delay.
I would hope they'd all be able to get on board. We certainly can't afford to have the economy shut down with the rail strike right now.
The Railway Labor Act gives Congress the right to push back the strike deadline, extend the negotiating period, force the 2 sides to use an arbitrator, or enact legislation to adopt an agreement. The possible congressional action comes as the rail unions have said they're prepared to strike December 9th, just as the holiday season swings into full gear.
It'd be highly disruptive to the economy. Obviously, it would disrupt already very fragile supply chains, adding to shortages and a high inflation. And inflation, of course, is a big problem for American households.
Nearly 30% of all U.S. goods are shipped on railways. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Now, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said lawmakers would vote on a bill this week to impose an agreement. According to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, Congress has intervened 18 times in railway labor negotiations, each time in order to prevent a strike. All right, don't forget about our annual Remarkable Women contest for this year that is underway, and the deadline is coming up. We'd love to hear from you. You have until December 17th to nominate a remarkable woman doing outstanding work in your community. All you have to do is click Remarkable Women under the contest tab at WJTV.com and tell us what makes her so special. You can also use the QR code on your screen right there. Just scan it with your phone and it will take you right to us. Our panel will then select a group of finalists. We'll do a feature story on each of them, and then a winner will be selected who will be considered for the National Woman of the Year award. All right, the Morning Sip is also launching a Christmas light competition. Snap a photo of your decorations. We'd love to see them. Email a photo to news@wjtv.com. The deadline to enter is December 13th, and the winner will be announced on a special Morning Sip. Now, for the latest on these stories, plus local and national news, weather, sports, and traffic, just scan that QR code again on your screen with your phone and download our 12 News and weather apps. All right, up next on 12 News at noon, we're showing you the process of making the World Cup trophy and how it's completely handcrafted. Stay with us, it's 12:10. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We have some sad news to report in entertainment. Actor Clarence Gilliard Jr., known for roles in such movies as Die Hard and television hits such as Walker, Texas Ranger, has died. The University of Nevada, Las Vegas, where Gilliard Todd broke the news of his passing Monday. He was 66 years old. Now, no cause of death has been revealed. And Team USA faces a crucial soccer match against Iran in Qatar today to stay on the path toward winning the World Cup trophy. The Golden Prize is one of the most coveted in sporting history. CBS's Ian Lee shows us just how it's made.
World Cup fever has taken over.
USA, baby, America, let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
Fans go crazy supporting their teams. The only cure is an 18-karat gold trophy valued at $20 million. But there's a catch. Players can't keep the original. It was made back in 1974 in this Italian workshop on the outskirts of Milan. Seeing our cup lifted up is always emotional, says Salvatore Lanetti, who oversees production. Every 4 years, his workers hammer, chisel, and polish the replica trophy teams take home. He says it's an old process, completely handcrafted, and for us, it's a source of pride and prestige to make. And because it's handmade, there can be mistakes. So craftsmen make different pieces of the trophy again and again until it comes together perfectly. But even the perfect prize can take a beating. Valentina Losa says so many winning teams bring the cup back to us for repairs. You can see it's been celebrated with because they fight to win it, and there's great joy. A symbol of joy, not only for the teams, but also their millions of fans. Ian Lee, CBS News.
Not only a select group of people, including heads of state and former winners of the World Cup, are allowed to even touch the original FIFA trophy, which is kept in Switzerland. All right, Jake, switching gears over to you.
All right, brand new information. Tornado watch just is issued for portions of central and southwest Mississippi until 7 o'clock this evening. We'll have that information coming up here in just a moment. But for now, mainly quiet on Live Max 12. Of course, that is going to continue to change as we go through the day. Again, moderate risk of severe weather, level 4 of 5 in place for all of the area. We're going to break down everything you need to know as far as the timing of the storms and some safety tips coming up in a few minutes. All right, brand new information to bring you at this noon hour. Tornado watch now in place for a good part of central Mississippi until 7 p.m. This is for all of the highlighted counties you see here on the screen. So this includes all of Metro Jackson, down the Natchez, Macomb. This includes Lexington, Yazoo City, Belzona, Vicksburg, all of our counties back closer to the Golden Triangle area. So this is an area that we're going to continue to see now. Ingredients coming together favorable for severe weather and storms that could produce tornadoes. Again, remember, a watch means that conditions are favorable. It does not mean that a tornado is imminent. A warning is when tornadoes will be imminent, but right now we're not at that point. As we take a live look outside over downtown Jackson, it is a cloudy day. You see the clouds streaming on pretty quickly there at 74 degrees. It is a big difference from this morning where we were in the 40s and 50s, and now we've warmed things up. We have a really stiff south wind now, shaking the camera about 14 miles an hour. Dew points well into the 60s, so that is indicative of a very moist and unstable atmosphere that we're now in. In fact, we have 2 tornado warnings now in southwestern Louisiana near the Ville Platte area, and heads up in the southwest corner of the state. So around Natchez, also around Wilkinson County, Amite County, also back towards Adams, Franklin, Jefferson. We'll be keeping an eye on these storm cells as those will be heading in that general direction here in the next couple of hours. Elsewhere, mostly quiet for now. A couple of storms north and west of Vicksburg, but nothing severe at this time. So again, we now have that tornado watch so we can bypass this graphic here. This is a look at the potential threats that we will be seeing today as these storms roll on through. Again, a high threat for hail, damaging winds, and now I'm going to call it a very high risk of tornadoes today with the setup that we see. see. I do think, again, all threats here are possible, but I think the more widespread issue here we'll be running into is a risk for some tornadoes today, a few tornadoes that is, and can't completely discount the flash flooding issue, but the lower end of our threat scale. So let's kind of go through things every hour by hour as we go through the afternoon. So here's 2 o'clock. I think by then we'll start to see storms becoming a little bit more numerous, especially west of Metro Jackson, over here towards Vicksburg, Port Gibson, down to Macomb. We'll take this into about 3, 4 o'clock. This one we'll be really watching all of our areas north of Interstate 20. So over here towards Holmes County, Humphreys County, Issaquena, Sharkey, Yazoo County, really going to be watching this zone here. High resolution data has continued to show really since yesterday. This is a really hot zone here for a few supercell thunderstorms this evening. So we're going to keep an eye on that through 4, 5, 6 o'clock. And again, this may not be exactly where these storms develop, but gives you a good indication of the atmosphere we're going to be dealing with later on today. Again, could shift a little bit further south into the metro. We're going to be keeping a close eye on it. 7 o'clock, we may get a brief break, but as the cold front moves in a little bit closer into the overnight hours, we'll have another round of storms. Here's 10 o'clock. More robust thunderstorms continue to dive across central and southern Mississippi, Vicksburg, Jackson, down to Natchez, over here towards Kosciuszko, Forest, down to McGee, Collins. This will be going on through midnight. Look at this. Still some pretty nasty weather around. We should see the bulk of the activity really starting to exit the area, though, closer to sunrise, especially in the Jackson metro. But we'll hang on to the rain a little bit longer over here in the Pine Belts. That's why we're giving it till about 5 a.m. as the ending point for the storms. So what can you do right now to prepare for the storms? Make sure you have multiple ways to get warning information. Don't just rely on the emergency alerts that are on your iPhone. Make sure you download our free WJTV weather app, a good tool to have. Hit the follow me tab when you do download the app. That way, no matter where you're at today, you'll get those watches and warnings sent straight to your phone. Also, make sure that you know your safe spot, lowest floor of a sturdy structure, interior room, and away from windows. We're going to be here all day long to keep you ahead of these storms. We'll get you through it. All right, tomorrow morning, we're going to see improving conditions. It will be a chilly day, too, and sunny. We'll keep that going into Thursday as well. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back. It's 12:23. We do want to remind you again of our annual Remarkable Women contest for this year. You do have until December 17th, so the deadline is quickly approaching to nominate a remarkable woman who's doing outstanding work in your community. All you have to do is click Remarkable Women under the contest tab at WJTV.com. You can also use this QR code right here on your screen. Just scan it with your phone. Our panel will then select a group of finalists. We'll do a feature story on each of them, and a winner will be selected who will be considered for the National Women of the Year Award. Now, just in time for the holidays, 3 new scratch-off games will be available December 6th. At all Mississippi Lottery retailers. Now, the new games are Nines on the Line, Hit It Big, and the $10,000 payout. Players still have time to get on the lucky list and the Super Santa promotion. The next drawing will be held December 5th. It's 12:24. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
All right, and of course, we're monitoring the risk of strong to severe storms today, and we'll be here all through the afternoon to track it out.
All right, we absolutely will be. You will be. Thank you so much for watching 12 News at Noon.
It was right about lunchtime that day, and I was on air, and then I actually went out before the sun went down and saw, and it was like nice brick homes,
Just
in a
like
cul-de-sac
Level.
slab. So, and you can see how everything in that cul-de-sac, everything was destroyed and pushed up to the tree line of the woods. And
Good
I think
Lord.
3 people died. It was a pregnant woman and then the baby. They consider that 2 people. But there
Oh.
was a kid home from college for Thanksgiving that night too.
That's terrible.
So it happens.
God.
It's,
I mean, and then when they're that strong, you know, even a
I think that was a 4.
well-built home. If you don't have a base